Hey, what's cooking? Hey, this is Greg. I hope you're well. Hey, I was out today in a supermarket at the butcher's section. Something happened that reminded me of something made me think of a good thing I do. This other customer asked the butcher to show him a couple of things of meat, and so he was deciding which he wanted, and he touched them both. He bent each one up to look underneath it in its styrofoam boat there, and the butcher went back to wrap it up for him, but meanwhile this customer had blood on his hands where he had touched this beef, and he couldn't figure out what to do with this blood. If it had been me, I would have just licked it off or just kind of rubbed it around on my hands to kind of spread it out and just not worried about it. But he, I think, is more fastidious than me. Anyway, he kept looking around. He said he couldn't figure out what to do with it, and I saw he had socks on. He was wearing short pants, and I said to him, my dad used to wipe stuff like that on his socks. And so I guess that's what this guy did. He bent down and wiped it on the back of his socks. And he was really fastidious, because then he goes, well, I guess I'll change these socks when I get home. But still, it probably was nicer than he didn't wiping it on his short pants, for example. It probably is, well, if you really are going to wash something just because you got a little blood on it, socks are a smaller item than a pair of short pants. As I say, that was an idea I got from my dad, and I use it from time to time. You get this and that on your hands, and if you wipe it on your socks, particularly if you're wearing long pants, it hardly shows. And I don't know, even if it shows a little, somehow I guess people don't, if it's down on your socks versus if it's up on your clothes, people maybe think you're a little dirty, whereas if it's down on your socks, somehow because it's lower towards the ground, it doesn't bother them as much. So if you ever find yourself in that situation and you don't want to walk somewhere and get a paper towel or rinse them off, if you don't like to lick them off, you can always remember that it's yet another option to wipe them on your socks.